Welcome to the This Week in Astrology video forecast. This is episode number 55 for the second half of October 2015. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Benjamin Bernstein of astroshaman.com, coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm an astrologer, shamanic healer, and awakening activator, and it's my pleasure to bring you these semi-monthly astrology forecasts. So what's new in this forecast period? A Venus-Mars-Jupiter stellium headlines the second half of October, amplifying relationships, creativity, and sexuality. We also have a pot of gold Taurus full moon, a mind-bending Mercury-Uranus-Pluto T-square, Venus aspecting all of the outer planets, and more. What's old as we come into this forecast period? We got a waxing moon, several retrograde planets, including Vesta, Neptune, Chiron, and Uranus, and 3 aspect patterns continuing from before. So now let's focus in on what's happening during the second half of October. On Friday, October 16th, if you're looking for creative inspiration, it's hard to imagine a better astrological combination than Venus and Neptune. A Venus-Neptune opposition, that's Venus at 7 Virgo, Neptune at 7 Pisces, brings the planets of artistry and creative inspiration into the aspect of relationship. This aspect also supports increased empathic sensitivity to other physical beings and easier connection with your divine source. With Venus in Virgo, you can receive intuitive guidance and a smooth divine flow that supports healing and service. Potential pitfalls include fuzzy or deceitful communication in relationships, or getting so lost in sensuality that you neglect your responsibilities. On Saturday, October 17th, a potent Mars-Jupiter conjunction, both planets at 14 Virgo, gives a major boost to everything Martian except Matt Damon. Assertiveness, fighting for a worthy cause, sexuality, and getting things started. Be careful that it doesn't also put anger and impulsiveness into overdrive. With Mars in Virgo, health, service, and attention to detail are also amplified. Mars also stimulates Jupiter's archetypal meanings. This makes it easier to kick off or add energy to your search for meaning, religion, and the pursuit of foreign experiences. Mars can also fire up Jupiter's love of celebration, jubilation, and euphoria. On Sunday, October 18th, think before you speak or text, and not while driving, with Mercury quincunx Neptune. That's Mercury, 7 Libra, Neptune, 7 Pisces. This ornery aspect can lead to confused cogitation. But if you actively invite your divine intelligence to assist you, you can enjoy abundant inspiration instead. These fresh ideas could involve creativity or relationships. Mercury is in Libra after all, or might be about anything at all. We have no major events on Monday, October 19th, but on Tuesday, October 20th. Have you noticed how intense October has been? One significant reason is that this month features 3 T-squares involving Uranus and Pluto, the bringers of revolutionary transformation. The third one begins today, a Mercury-Uranus-Pluto T-square that peaks on October 24th and ends on October 27th. This aspect pattern is great for outside-the-box learning, opening to radical new ideas, and sharing information that can help bring positive change. With Mercury in Libra, relationships and creativity are particularly ripe for positive paradigm shifts. That brings to mind about new ideas and radical new ideas. I just had an acupuncture session last Tuesday, and my acupuncturist, the amazing Lillian Abood, reminded me, if you're where you know, then you're not as far as you can go. That's not exactly what she said, but the idea is, especially in consciousness, everything known is a limitation. If you keep clinging to what you know, you can't go further. So, made sense to me. Nothing to report on Wednesday, October 21st. On Thursday, October 22nd, observe the workings of your committed partnerships, romantic or platonic, as Pluto squares Juno. That's Pluto 13 Capricorn, Juno 13 Libra. The relationships that require transformation or release will show clear warning signs. Those that are already firing on all cylinders can enjoy a fresh infusion of invigorating energy. With Juno in Libra, pay special attention to your creative partnerships. Also, on Thursday, October 22nd, there's a Saturn-Uranus sesquare. That's another contributor to October's volatility. Saturn likes to plan the work and work the plan, while Uranus prefers to act on the inspiration of the moment. It's also part of Uranus's job description to hurl lightning bolts at any Saturnian structure that has outlived its usefulness. These two planets can represent the dance between the higher self and the ego. Now, some spiritual paths advocate the ego's destruction, but if you want your ego to be a useful tool in your human experience, why not just housebreak it instead? Saturn and Uranus can play well together. Just take your marching orders from Uranus's intuitive flashes and let practical Saturn work out the details. On Thursday, October 22nd, today's Mercury-Pluto square, that's Mercury 13 Libra, Pluto 13 Capricorn, is part of the Mercury-Uranus-Pluto T-square we've already talked about. So I've already told you what that means. Friday, October 23rd, soul-deep relating and sacred sexuality are two lovely ways to take advantage of a Venus-Pluto trine. Venus 13 Virgo, Pluto 13 Capricorn. This aspect can also smoothly energize creative productivity and financial prosperity. On Friday, October 23rd also, put some focus on health improvement with Mars opposite Chiron. That's Mars at 18 Virgo and Chiron at 18 Pisces. The Just Do It red planet is in the sign of health, and Chiron specifically represents health more than any other planet. Many people experience emotional and psychological wounding under aspects such as this. If you do, it's good to know there's a simple and effective healing invocation that can quickly flush away any challenging energy that gets stirred up. You should be seeing a banner on the screen there for my Heal and Awaken invocations. Look for that purple banner on the homepage of astroshaman.com. It'll be up in the upper right area. Click it, and there will be several blog posts on that page. The very last one is the healing invocation. It'll tell you how to use a very simple phrase to get that stuff flushed off you. Also, on Friday, October 23rd, don't get spooked when the sun enters Scorpio at 1:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Diving into the scary places that Scorpio specializes in eventually becomes essential if you want to evolve into a whole person. Life would get pretty boring without the core level transformation in which the sign of the Phoenix specializes. Other appropriate themes to focus on during the next 31 days include psychology, sacred sexuality, occult practices, research, and spelunking if you have a nice big cave handy. On Saturday, October 24th, change energy could feel particularly strong today for two reasons. The first being a Mars-Uranus quincunx. Mars 18 Virgo, Uranus 18 Aries. The combination of Mars and Uranus is the epitome of instability, and the quincunx makes for an uneasy collaboration. Be on the lookout for sudden outbursts of anger or unwisely impulsive actions. This may not be the best day for retail therapy, ladies. But do take immediate action when you receive a genuine intuitive flash. With Mars in Virgo, this might relate to health, service, or organizational systems. Also on Saturday, October 24th, divine inspiration is in the air with the Sun quintile Pluto. That's the Sun at 1 Scorpio and Pluto at 13 Capricorn. With the Sun in Scorpio and aspecting Scorpio's modern ruler, you may be intuitively guided to dive into areas that are intense, hidden, or taboo. Additionally, on Saturday, October 24th, that Mercury-Uranus-Pluto T-square that started on October 20th peaks today. Again, that's Saturday, the 24th of October, and it ends on October 27th. On Sunday, October 25th, what adjustments would support the healing of your key relationships? This question and support for its implementation comes to you courtesy of a Mercury-Chiron quincunx. Mercury, 17 Libra, Chiron, 17 Pisces. If ever there was a time to take a psychic x-ray of your key relationships, it would be now with Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Virgo, both planets at 16 Virgo. You may now be able to see the energetic structure of your blended energies more clearly and in more vivid detail. For artists, this aspect can amplify your creative juju and help you put the finishing touches on work already started. This is also good energy for manifesting more money, or at least putting the plans in place to do so. Also, on Sunday, October 25th, today's Mercury-Uranus opposition is part of the current Mercury-Uranus-Pluto T-square. So again, we've talked about that already. No astrology news on Monday, October 26th. On Tuesday, October 27th, October's full moon shines forth at 8:05 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and the moon will be in Taurus at 3 degrees, 44 minutes. Any full moon in Taurus invites you to consider how you're doing in the material world. Money and possessions are prime Taurus territory. Do you have enough? Too much? Are the materialistic aspects of your life taking up too much or too little of your attention? Taurus also rules the five senses. Are you giving yourself enough delightful things to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch? Are you taking time to physically connect with the earth on a regular basis? Do you ever just lie on the ground and let yourself dissolve into the blissful oneness of nature? It's yummy. Taurus is the slowest paced sign of the zodiac. Are you proceeding through your day at a calm, relaxed pace? Are you ever taking time to do nothing and just be? All good Taurus questions. In terms of aspects, this full moon's tightest aspect is a nearly exact quincunx from Saturn. This suggests a tricky balancing act between doing, Saturn is all revved up in Sagittarius, and just being. Can you make the proper adjustments so that you have enough time for both? Sesquares connect the moon with Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, which hit the peak of their stellium tomorrow. This amplifies the energies of relationship, sexuality, and creativity. How could your life benefit from adjustments in these areas? A sextile from Neptune reminds you that all of this does not have to be figured out in your head. A smooth, energized flow of intuitive knowing is always online in your internet. Ready to share its always dependable insights whenever you choose to pay attention. This aspect can also make it easier to enjoy states of divine union. Finally, a trine to Pallas Athena can help you get your Xena on and embody the feminine assertiveness that will help you get all this done. This full moon Sabian symbol is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Sweet! While this could be a literal predictor of financial abundance, for many it will work more metaphorically. The rainbow has long been a symbol of hope arising out of adversity. Whatever your challenges, keep the faith and know that a more radiant reality is always possible. The more you awaken, the more you will realize that the pot of gold is not anything in the outside world, but rather the indescribable wealth of your own perpetually peaceful divine consciousness. Also on Tuesday, October 27th, Venus makes two potentially challenging aspects on the heels of the full moon. As you relate with others, a Venus-Chiron opposition, Venus 17 Virgo, Chiron 17 Pisces, could set you up to experience some emotional wounding. Ooh! If so, my healing invocation that I've already told you about might help you clear whatever gets stirred up. In happier news, this aspect brilliantly supports healing and mentoring, as well as putting the final touches on your artistic creations. Also, a Venus-Uranus quincunx, that's Venus at 18 Virgo, Uranus 18 Aries, may throw a relationship or two off kilter. Stay open to intuitive flashes that can show you how to reassemble it even better, assuming it's best to keep it going. This aspect also supports an unconventional approach to relationships, creativity, health, and service. On Wednesday, October 28th, our headline event, the Stellium with Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. And a stellium just means they're all three conjunct right together. This is a slightly edited repetition of the stellium's interpretation from our last video forecast, by the way, so if it sounds familiar, it is. October's only stellium, three or more planets in conjunction, is comprised of Venus, Mars, and Jupiter clustered together in Virgo. Venus and Mars have three lovely ways of interacting: the desire to relate, creative expression, and sexual connection. Jupiter's expansive influence makes all of these impulses even stronger. Adding Virgo's influence, you could use the stellium to fine-tune your creative skills, receive or offer sexual healing, or study harmonious relating practices such as NVC, also known as nonviolent communication. This Venus-Mars-Jupiter stellium begins on October 15th, peaks today here on the 28th, and ends on November 3rd. On Thursday, October 29th, we have a T-square with Juno, Uranus, and Pluto. Again, this is a retread of something I talked about on the last forecast, but it's peaking. I want to talk about it. This is the second T-square involving Uranus and Pluto to fire up in October. It began on October 14th, peaks today, here on the 29th, and it ends on November 11th. One way to look at Juno is that she represents committed romantic partnerships, since Juno was the wife of Zeus in Greek mythology. But I have found that Juno more broadly represents all committed partnerships, be they personal or professional. So during this 4-week period, pay attention to those committed partnerships that are most important in your life now. If they're already purring along, is there some shift you can make to take them to the next level? If there's a significant challenge, is there a new approach you can take to harmonize your connection? Or have things spiraled down so far down that releasing the person from your life is really the best choice? Remember Pluto's message: clinging to that which has outlived its usefulness generates suffering. And Uranus is always there to guide you with intuitive flashes, especially if you make quiet space to receive them. Friday, October 30th, inspired, enduring action, especially in the areas of service, health, and detail work, is energized by a Mars-Saturn quintile. That's Mars, 22 Virgo, Saturn, 4 Sagittarius. Also, on Friday, October 30th, your spiritual practices could prove smoother and easier as the Sun trines Neptune. Sun, 7 Scorpio, Neptune, 7 Pisces. Inspired creativity is also available if you motivate yourself. Trines don't do themselves. You got to put some energy on them. With the Sun in Scorpio, it's best to channel your muse without inhibition. No self-censorship allowed. On Saturday, October 31st, no major events on Halloween. Whether that's a trick or a treat is a matter of opinion. So what's coming up on our next video forecast, we'll tell you in a moment. As soon as we cover a few quick announcements, information on everything I'm about to talk about is in the What's New section of the homepage of astroshaman.com. I am truly thrilled to announce my biggest service launch ever. Basque, Benjamin's Awakening Support Kit, gives me a global platform with unlimited potential to support my fundamental life purpose, and that is to help as many people as possible attain spiritual awakening. If you'd like to experience embodied awakening, the ability to live your daily life in a magical state of ease, flow, harmony, and grace, then Basque just might help you do that. The invocation techniques at its core have already helped hundreds awaken to an ecstatic state of divine union. I know because I led those people through the invocations that opened them to the absolute peace that they are, just as I will be doing via webinar and phone with Basque. Whatever your challenges may be, chances are that maintaining a spiritually awakened state can diminish them or eliminate them outright. Using my invocations, many people routinely enter an awakened state in seconds. For years, I've witnessed hundreds of amazing life-enhancing transformations in those who have used these simple, effective invocations. If you're ready to end your suffering, you too can experience miraculous transformations that will radically improve your life. And no matter how good it gets, your new motto will become, "It always gets better than this." Basque features me leading live interactive spiritual processes by webinar and phone. At the highest of its 3 subscription levels, you can do group work with me online twice a week and experience 6 uniquely different spiritual events. You can get lots of free bonus gifts for trying out Basque, and there's a 100% money-back guarantee if you are not completely satisfied. What I've said here barely scratches the surface. If this sounds like something that would interest you, for as little as $19 a month, then click the link on the homepage of astroshaman.com. I was the featured guest on the Project Bring Me to Life web TV show on October 6th. I enthusiastically discussed astrology, shamanism, spiritual awakening, and more with the hosts, and you can watch the free archive show online. I will appear on my first teleseminar, Jazz Up Your Life with Judy, Breakthrough to Your Greatest Health, Wealth, and Happiness, and that'll be on Thursday, October 22nd, 2 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time till about 3:30. My topic will be Awaken Now, Live in Harmony, Grace, and Synchronicity using simple, effective invocations. I'll discuss my Heal and Awaken invocations, and we'll lead listeners through a complete invocation cycle. Jazz Up Your Life with Judy features interviews with top transformational experts with a new season that started September 14th. You can experience life-changing processes, meditations, and potent activations. The link on my homepage, astroshaman.com, gives you a free pass for all of her shows, along with special bonus gifts. On Friday, October 23rd, 7 to 9 p.m., I present my 2016 astrology forecast for the Asheville Friends of Astrology. Audience insights welcome. At Earth Fair Westgate in Asheville, North Carolina, by Love Offering. So that's all the announcements. There's actually more going on, but I only want to give you that much right now. What's on the next show for the first half of November? We're going to have a new moon in Scorpio. We're going to have Jupiter making difficult aspects to 2 planets, Chiron and Uranus. Juno, the asteroid goddess, also is tangling with Chiron and Uranus with challenging aspects. We've got 6 Mercury events, 3 Venus events, 4 Sun events, Mars entering Libra. There's a lot going on. So I sure hope you'll join me, because I'll be here as always to give you the best use of these astrological energies. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my Benjamin Bernstein YouTube channel to be notified when I post new videos. And if you like this video, please share it. This free video forecast is a partner project with iTunes' #1 astrology audio podcast, This Week in Astrology. That's also free. You can get my semi-monthly astrology forecast in writing by subscribing to my free email newsletter at astroshaman.com. Once you're there, you can also link to my Facebook page, where I post daily forecasts. My personal services include astrology, shamanic healing, and awakening activation. All are equally effective in person or long distance. My guarantee makes my services risk-free. If you don't feel that your experience was helpful, there's no charge. I also offer other great products and services, many of which are free. To learn more, visit astroshaman.com. Thanks again for watching. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.